Welcome back. We're continuing to follow the aftermath of Monday's fatal car crash in Lagos, which claimed the lives of two young men, Sina, Ghami and Abdul Latif Kevin Ayodele. The pair were traveling with British heavyweight boxer Anthony Joshua when the accident occurred. Today, family, friends and members of the wider community have gathered in London for their Islamic funeral prayers. Our senior international correspondent, Afua Hagan, is at the London Central Mosque this morning, or rather this afternoon, to give us an update. Afua, good morning, is it? Or is it yet afternoon there? Or is it yet morning there? Afua, if you'll give us some details about what's happened since the last time we came to you for details, what's been happening since after the prayers?
Well, it's still morning here at the London Central Mosque, and as you can see, it's a very different scene behind me. The last time we spoke, there was crowds gathering. Those crowds actually spilled out onto the road. There were so many people that were gathered here for those janazah prayers that took place from 10 a.m. UK time for about 35 minutes they went on for. And those prayers are over now. The bodies have actually left. We saw the coffins leaving the prayers, leaving the mosque after those prayers. And the crowd have now dispersed. Now, we managed to speak to some people after those prayers were over. Lots of people talking about what really stood out was there was lots of young people in the room, lots of young Muslims who had come to give those janazah prayers to support the family and friends. And there was a real feeling, a real outpouring of love for the families and for those two young men, for Sina Ghami, for Kevin Ayodele, as well. The real outpouring of love and grief for them was really palpable in the room. People telling us that it was a very, very beautiful time, that the prayers were beautiful, and people felt very comforted. And as people were leaving the mosque, we saw lots of people visibly very emotional as well.
Afua, did you manage to catch a glimpse of the heavyweight boxer Anthony Joshua? Was he there at all?
No, this is what we still don't know. We didn't manage to catch a glimpse of him outside the mosque at all. Now, as I said earlier on, there were people carriers with blacked out windows and cars with blacked out windows that were going in and out of these gates just behind me that you can hear, that you can see. That is the main entrance. And so we saw those blacked out people carriers and blacked out cars going in and out. Now, if he did attend, then he was definitely in one of those vehicles. Now, people we spoke to didn't allude to whether he was in the room or not. Last night, we were told that he was undecided whether he was going to attend because he didn't want the focus on this to be about him. Now, this morning, he has posted on social media for the first time since the accident with the family of his friends, with the caption that simply said, "My brother's keeper," and lots of comments underneath of people praying for him at this time. But nothing posted about the mosque, about the janazah prayers that took place this morning. So we're still unsure as to whether he attended.
Do you have any information about where the bodies were taken to?
Now, one of the bodies is being taken to a cemetery in North London, where there is going to be a private service being held later on today. As for the burial of the other body, we're not privy to that information. And I must say that I am actually surprised that the coffins were here today, that the bodies were here today, adorned with flowers, because the information about the janazah prayer today was made public. I thought that perhaps those were just for members of the community, but it was for the private families as well. And they invited, the wider community to come. But yes, those bodies will be buried privately later on today.
Well, Afua, thank you very much for bringing us details from London, where everything is happening. We'll continue to come to you through the course of today for more details. Thank you very much, Afua.